Seeing these laps come in, we'll see if anybody breaks into the top 10 here early. Right now, they have not yet. We know Luis Speck from group number 2 still the fastest.
Big contact! One driver has absolutely destroyed the wall going into turn number 1. It's one of the Inter-MS Kart Republics. Either Paolo Ippolito or Danilo Albanese has slammed the outside wall at the end of the straightaway.
That is hard contact coming down into that end of the straightaway. Albanese, the driver involved, walking away from it right now all the way through the barriers. Hard impact. We got double yellows. What is this going to do to Luis Speck? Is he going to potentially go from group number 3?
And I think the other driver involved was Gulick 203, I believe was the GFC on the inside part of that. Looked like the left front was pointing the wrong direction.
So again, these guys, remember there's only so much time here for these guys able to put it in. The SKUSA crew doing whatever they can to get some barriers out in front. They want to go back to green, but they've got to get enough barriers here. Have a look at this. We got a full replay of this. The Kart Chaser guys getting this done. Down the straight, here he comes. He just gets wide, hard through the barriers, and again, through all of the barriers. I believe they may have ended this session, and this is going to shake things up. You think about the drivers who weren't able to put lap times in. This is going to be huge for Martin Kremers. I think he's going to end up P2 when it's all said and done. Luis Speck, I believe, from Group 3 is going to be the fastest driver. Danny Formal all the way down in 31st. Remember, he was playing around trying to get the draft.
And you can see everyone on the fence line. There's a look at team owner Gary Carlton and Rainey from Sweet Tech. They're not sure what's going on here as well and frustrated. I believe we've got an angle down at Albanese. There you can see the European champion is okay and up under his own power, but not how he would have liked to end qualifying. Danilo Albanese and the Inter-MS Kart Republic boys.
The driver from Group 3, Luis Speck, went quicker, 42.2. The TB Kart Race Lab driver will be on the pole position. Marian Kremers, who thought all was lost, Xander is going to be on the outside of the front row.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone could have predicted it, and I think if we talk to any of those drivers there, I don't think we'll hear anything good. You can see, of course, Remo Ruscetti, Jacob Gulick, Danny Formal was animated to try and explain, hey, man, this is unfair, but at the end of the day, the cookie crumbles the way it does. For Henry Beaudet, Mike Smith, Rob Howden, myself, Xander Clemens, and our KC team, thank you very much for watching today. We'll see you, as Rob mentioned, bright and early tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. local time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are not done yet. There is more to come here on qualifying day for the 26th running of the SuperKarts USA SuperNationals. Very interesting. There obviously were major issues at the very end of qualifying for the drivers in the Pro Shifter category. We had the final group onto the racetrack. Major incident down in turn, essentially the end of the back straightaway, to the final corner essentially of the track, turn 10, I guess, leading back over to turn number 1. Indeed.
Yeah, Marian, I mean, a difficult situation here. You're currently provisionally P2, but, you know, what are your thoughts right now as this goes on?
It's the wrong decision they made. I mean, everybody got 4 minutes in. It's not someone else. It's obviously someone else put it in the wall, which is their fault. But what they should have done is just a red flag immediately, let everybody have their 4 minutes.
We'll get things underway. There's Sarancino and the Maranello, and away we go. Drivers out onto the racetrack. Formal will lead them through the opening corners.
The interesting part I see here is that unlike the other sessions that were timed and it was a borderline of 4 or 5 laps, the official word, everyone's going to get 4 laps. So why would the group all go out together in the same 5-second piece of real estate?
Checker now. There's more coming. Across the line, more will cycle to the top. Remo Ruscetti goes to second. Jacob Gulick to the top of the board.
He's the one who spun.
It's a GFC 1-2. Jacob Gulick, Kyle Wick locking out the front row for the Pro Shifter category. Remo Ruscetti for Itel Kart on the Catalyst machine goes to 3rd. Vajano to 4th. AJ Myers back into the 5th spot.
Jacob Gulick is spun around wrong direction, toast in the first shot at it.
That's
and
it.
Here
Look
he
at
is
the GFC boys
on
here.
pole. It is a GFC 1-2.
It is Gary Carlton's crew, GFC Karting, front row lockout.
Supernats pole sitter. I mean, this was amazing. Just describe your emotions and the situation here at hand.
I mean, yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a roller coaster. Absolute chaos out of the pits, and you know, made it a couple laps around. I thought I had a good track position. I got spun out in one of the hairpins, and you know, that just drove me even further. And you know, I able to pull it off.